Good morning.
Good morning. What's up, everybody? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, everyone. Good morning.
Morning.
Happy freaking Freedom Friday.
Freedom Friday, let's go. Man, what a crazy week, right, guys?
Yeah. Crazy but
Yeah.
busy and good. Good all around, I would say. Very good.
So
We
we
had
had a
some
lot of
we had
productive
a
meetings.
yeah, we had a lot of good meetings this week. Kind of restructured the way we're doing our meetings now. So that's actually really, really good. We were just talking about that before we got on. Today, Joseph was able to lead our team meeting this morning. And our team meeting or today's theme is called Freedom Friday. And none other than the man himself with the flags in the back. Sorry, this way. The flags in the
The flag
back.
on his hat.
I know I got one. Didn't even think about it. But you know what? Hang on. This is what our theme was about. Essentially, that right there. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much the theme right there.
Yeah, so super excited to have you guys here today. Thank you for joining us today on a Friday morning. You guys know how we do. We talk the good, the bad, the ugly for the week. And then shortly after this, we have our private Zoom, which we will be posting the link here shortly throughout the entire live. If you haven't signed up for it, get signed up. We're going to be talking to you guys all things real estate, multifamily specifically in that Zoom. And we'll be able to answer any questions that you guys may have in that Zoom in a more intimate setting with you guys also. We can try to get to know the people who are consistently joining us and even new faces. By the way, if you're new to this live, this is the team. We're just missing Myron's amazing wife, Carolyn, but I'm sure she'll join us shortly. But we've got everyone here that's part of the team. Obviously, I'm Oscar.
I'm a Yoni.
Then we got, sorry, this way. Go ahead, KJ.
I'm KJ. Mud.
And I'm Joseph Mud.
So we got the Rockstar team here, and everybody does something in our business as far as like their roles and responsibilities, and we do really, guys. We had a question asked. We had someone ask us a question that was very interesting a while back, and they asked us, how do you guys work as a team whenever you have to walk a property and say it's you have to fly to it or something like that? And the way we answered that question in alignment, I know we were all thinking it, but as far as our team goes, is whatever has to get done, we will get it done. That's our mentality for our team. Is we're building, we're hungry for deals, where we got a huge goal, and so we're gonna do what it takes to get to that goal. So that's how dedicated we are to making this thing happen. We meet every single day, every single morning. We have a meeting before, we catch up on everything we do or we've done, action items, and then we go get it done. So that's us in a nutshell.
Striving for freedom.
Striving for freedom. Freedom Friday. All right, KJ. Why don't we start off by telling them some of the good, and then we'll get to the bad and the ugly.
Let's see, the good I think would be we have like a really fire um broker that I feel like he's a friend now. I really like enjoy talking to him. He's on top of it and he's put 8 deals on the board so far. And I don't know. I talked to him yesterday and sometimes we're just talking about life before we're even talking about what we need to talk about. And um I don't know. It's exciting that it's not just business, it's like, hey, like we both want to see each other win, and like I would love to be able to give him the opportunity to invest in one of our deals and change his life, and I don't know, it kind of gives me a purpose. And this is a side note, but the other day I was telling Joseph, I was like, ever since I had been pregnant, it like before, like I would love to drink and like I would be like, okay, I'm not gonna drink, and then the next weekend I'd end up drinking, and then it's like it was always like hard to actually stop, especially when you're around people and things like that. Like you're like, oh, why not? Like that sounds fun. And I was like, I told him, I was like, this is the first time that like I felt like wow, I don't feel bad, like I want to, like there's something in me that like I could not go and drink right now, like I can't do that to myself or our baby. And that's when he goes, it's because you found your why and your purpose. And like that was like the first time in my life I was like this is the first time I've ever had something that really like really fires you to like not do something or to go and do something. And that's kind of how the same feeling I was getting with this broker is like, wow, like this guy is an older gentleman, really nice guy who's really hustling for us. And that kind of fired me up to like want to give him an opportunity. Like I want to perform as well so that way, his time isn't wasted and that way we can like bring something to the table for him as well. So like I think when you really find your reason why or your purpose or something that it is that brings you joy and happiness, I think that really helps to get things done or like push your motivation. So that was just a little epiphany I had. You're muted. I don't know if you were trying to say something.
Yeah, all I said was love it. So some other good notes. Oh, you were gonna say something, Carolyn?
No, I was just gonna like follow up with I love that too. I love that it's amazing when you go through these seasons in life that for that time being they feel so fun or something like you're doing something with your life, but when you're taken out of that environment, and this is for the beautiful reason that you are having a baby, you get to have a totally different perspective and those things shift, and they're going to continue to shift higher and higher and higher as that baby comes into the world and your entire life is changing. So it's really amazing and beautiful to see.
No, thanks, Karen.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just having a moment.
That's what it's about, having the moments.
The true question is, how's that dad bod going, Joseph?
It's coming in, bro. It's coming in. Don't worry. It's a nice work in progress. That's for sure. You know what? That was the first thing my dad said to me when we told him. He said, "Well, at least you've already got the dad bod." And I was like, "Dang, Dad, are you gonna do me like that?" But you know what? I probably deserve it. I've roasted him for like so many years now. So yeah, it's coming. It's
That's
coming.
funny. What was your good that you were gonna say, babe?
I was just gonna talk a little bit about what we've got going on. So we obviously have that deal in Tennessee. Everything's smooth sailing right now. We are working on. We have the attorneys reviewing the property management contracts. We got our inspection report back. Everything's looking good. We're still proceeding. We're excited about that. It's definitely kind of like butterflies, wait for it to close so we can get started and working on this lovely property. We're just excited about that. So that is obviously good. The fact that we already had morning meetings, but we took it one step further by having it an extra hour earlier now that we're all in the same time zone. And we gave themes, but not only themes to it. Instead of having just show up, hey, these are the action items. This is the meeting. Right now, Oscar's brilliant idea. We all each individually lead one meeting of the week. So do you guys want to say what the themes are here? We could start with KJ.
I'm
On Monday.
Motivation Monday because I'm a preacher.
Motivation Monday. Yeah, Mr. KJ on Motivational Monday. That's
Yes.
exciting right there. All right. What do we got for Tuesday?
And I'm doing Transformation Tuesday.
Ooh,
Ooh.
Myron
Transformation Tuesday.
5.0.
Ooh.
5.0. Every time he takes a trip, he adds a like point to the challenge.
Heck yeah, you should too. Yeah, he comes
Well, I
back.
gotta take trips, bro.
Watch out. Let's avoid that. There was a little shade there. Let's go to the next Monday. What's on
we
Wednesday?
switch off. We switch off. It's all love.
I'm
Yeah,
just kidding.
we do Warrior Wednesdays. And so far, we've only done Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So I'm excited for Monday and Tuesday.
No joke.
Yeah, I'm ready for the sermon on Monday.
I know. Do we need to bump it up another hour for that?
Probably so.
The whole church.
I'm just messing.
I'll make points. I'll get to the point.
No, I'm joking. I'm the one to talk though, because I took up the whole dang hour yesterday.
It was a good one though.
Well, what was yesterday?
Yesterday was Thrive Thursdays. And yeah, we are, funny enough, our LLC, when Myron and I started this, is called Thrive Mode. And that word is just like become attached to us now. So what a better theme. Love it. It was great.
And then yours truly, Freedom Fridays. Freedom Fridays. And I think it was a good meeting. I don't know if it was as good as Warrior Wednesday or Thrive Thursday, but I feel like it was pretty great. And you want to hear the cool part about it is I was inspired. My topic was inspired by something I went to this morning, and that was inspired by thoughts from Thursday's morning. So it's like the trickle down effect. And it was cool to see it kind of all play out. I honestly had no idea where we were going to go with it, but then I went to this men's group this morning, woke up at 4:40. There's no way I do that normally. Like,
good job.
8 morning. I am not a morning person. I'm right there with Iona.
Proud of you.
But yeah, it was very insightful. I'm glad to have done it again. I was doing it for maybe like 6 months, maybe not even that long before, about a year ago. And then we moved, and then they were not available anymore. So it was good to get back in that. And I don't know. It was a good meeting this morning, in both meetings. Look at that! I've already had 2 meetings today. This is the 3rd meeting.
That's amazing. Don't you feel so productive and like full of life?
I feel awake.
I also
with
want to go to
the cups of
sleep.
coffee I had.
Joseph, can I share a story real fast?
Definitely.
Went to an event last weekend, and somebody walks up to me and they go, "Oh yeah, this event right here. I keep forgetting that I'm wearing the shirt. It's a Raising Private Money event." And I went downstairs. There's like a little bar area where you can grab food, right? And this guy, the first person I met, had no idea who he was. His name was KJ, interestingly enough. And he just started I was an hour late, and he starts hammering me. Like, I don't even know him. Anyways, he's like, "You just showed up late? Bro, you missed so much. What's wrong with you? What happened?" I'm like, "What the heck?" Anyways, the next night.
For context, his flight was coming in late.
Yeah, I didn't mess up.
He wasn't purposely.
So we went down to eat, and he was down there. He goes, "Hey, Myron, so you want to buy me a pizza?" I was like,
this guy.
Okay. No, if you want to, it's your money. It's your choice. You don't have to. I'm like, "Come on, bro. I'll buy you a pizza." Whatever.
That's all it takes.
Whatever.
I don't even.
So I'm thinking, okay, something's going on because he's not eating. Okay, let me buy him food. Next morning, I get in line for breakfast, and the
buffet is $20, right? And so I get in line and I meet this guy. This guy starts talking to me. He's like, "How much is this thing?" I'm like, it's like $20. He goes, "Oh, they gave me this coupon because I couldn't get in my room for 4 hours. They didn't have my room ready." I'm like, "Oh yeah, really? Well, I got here and I waited 5 hours, man. I know how it goes." And then I went into my room last night and my card wouldn't work because the battery died. And I had to wait another hour. He's like, "Oh man, well, those are my people right there." He's like this older black guy and he's just chatting with me, right? So he's like, "Those are my people right there." I'm like, "Well, go in." He's like, "What do you mean? That person's going to trip me. And as I'm falling, that person's going to punch me." I'm like, "What? I'll make room for you, man. Let me bless you. Look at me. I'll make you some room." This guy's like twice as big. It's 3 times as big as me. Just joking around. He goes, "Okay." He starts walking in there. He starts walking in. He looks at his people and he goes, "Y'all left me. Y'all left me." And like, he's joking around. He walks in, talks to his people, talks to his friends or his family, whatever it was. He comes back. He goes, "Here." He gives me his coupon.
Thank you.
Free breakfast. I was like, wow. Why? Why? What? I go, "You know what? God is blessing me today." I said that out loud. God is blessing me today. And everything Joseph said this morning in the meeting, I lived it. I mean, it's not crazy, but like I bought somebody pizza and the next morning for breakfast, I got my breakfast for free. Right. And what's going to come? Because, when you give unselfishly, I didn't expect anything from this guy. I didn't say, pay me later, whatever. It was, "Here, take, I'm good. Let me buy you pizza." So things will come back. I wasn't expecting anything, but right then, the next morning, free breakfast. Right. And so I think a lot of it for me is the mindset of that freedom. It's like freedom of scarcity mindset and freedom to help others without I'm trying to think of my word, so I'm slowing down how I'm talking, but thought of like how I'm going to get repaid.
Without expectation.
Without expectation. Thank you. Yes, exactly that. It's without expectation. If it comes back, that's great. If it doesn't, that's fine too. I'm doing it for the right reason. So like Joseph, I wanted to tell you that story. It's legit. Whatever you do, something will come back. But as long as you are living with that mindset, your life is blessed.
Right.
Right.
And it's like to not do something because you think, oh, if I do something good, it's going to come back. But like, that shouldn't be the core essence of you wanting to give and serve. It should be because you truly feel that in your heart and in your mind to give and serve to other people without any expectation. And that's just like complete abundance on the other side of it, of, just living in your true self. That's awesome.
And that's my story.
Yay.
That was a good story. That was cool.
Moral of the story is if you see Myron and he doesn't know you, ask him to buy, if he buys you pizza and see what happens.
I've known this girl for 15 years.
She's like, "Where's my pizza?"
Because
Because I bought it at Costco. No, we'll have pizza. I've been craving pepperoni pizza. That's beautiful. I'm glad you bought that guy pizza.
Yeah, me too.
Whoever, if KJ's out there right now, the other KJ, I hope you enjoyed that pizza. Did you have pizza with it?
No, I had tacos like right before.
Okay.
Of course. Myron always gets tacos.
Awesome.
Hey, food is always best when it's free. It just tastes so much better, right?
Yeah.
So what else is going on this week? Oh my goodness.
In about an hour, we're going to go look at a potential flip out here in Arlington. I'm gonna pick up a new student and take them out there.
Really?
Mhm.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
that's so cool. That's amazing.
They moved here to Richardson from Japan
Oh, that's
just
awesome.
recently. So I'm gonna take them on a little hike. Take about an hour to get out there. Say hike, a little trip is what I meant.
Okay.
Journey.
Awesome.
Journey, yeah.
On a journey. Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
That'll be a great experience. Please document that. I'm sure
yeah.
you will.
Oh, I'm sure you will.
Yeah.
Love it.
We want to
We
do
know better
that.
now, Carolyn. Like we know better now, but when we all got together for the first time in Houston, we didn't document that much. We
I
didn't take a
know.
picture. We didn't take a video of each other. We just took a video of the walkthroughs.
I know.
Of
I
each
think
other.
we were so like caught up in the moment of like, oh my gosh, this is what we're doing. We're walking these properties. It was like a mind shifting experience in and of itself. And then like we got back in the car and we are like, nope. Like
I know.
like
Real hot.
decompress and not. We have video of us together, just not like candid stuff.
In our defense, that was like 8 hours of walking properties.
Yeah, that was a lot. We'll have more to come. We'll have more to come. Amazing.
Definitely.
Do we have any more good to cover, or are we gonna jump to the ugly or the bad?
Ooh, what is the bad that happened this week?
Well, hold on. Pull one more nugget of good.
One more nugget of good.
You have something specific in mind, Myra?
Sounds like you do.
Like he's waiting for somebody to say it.
Let's pull one more nugget of good out of it.
I would say one thing that was good is that we finally got the CRM up and going. That's great.
Oh
It
yeah.
took us a while because no one really wanted to do it. It's because we're thinking, right, it's taking time away from what we should be doing, but in reality it's saving so much time in so many other areas. So I know we sat down for, what was it, Monday and Tuesday, or Tuesday and Wednesday? It was 2 days worth, at least maybe 2.5, where we were just sitting down putting our systems together, brain dumping everything and putting it into action in multiple different places by setting up the actual CRM, putting together the templates for the emails, the SMS, the bios, like all these different things, ins and out. It's the nitty gritty, boring stuff that, it's not super exciting, but needs to get done. And we got, I would say, like 90% of it done already. And that's great.
Yeah.
Now we can focus on money making activities.
Yeah. I was we downloaded all of our Podio leads and put them in there. I don't know if it's looking good yet. I'm going to say no, but first step is first. Set up our investor portal so people can do deals with us, right? Or get on our wait list at least.
Mm-hmm.
And then we probably have 100 people on that already.
Already, yeah. Yeah.
We have a couple appointments scheduled later today for that, so that's amazing.
Then the people that signed up for our Zoom, you probably got a text blast from me yesterday, which is nice because now instead of you having to like look on our Instagram or hope that you see the messenger in time, like I'm getting directly to you to give you an update and the link to our private Zoom, because I will no longer be posting it. So if you want to join our private multifamily Zoom for free to ask us questions and where we go in more detail about how to do things, I know they've posted the link. You go to this website. Hold on.
Awesome.
You go to jbmlegacy.com and sign up for that Zoom link. It'll email
I got it
to you.
yesterday. Right
Oh,
there.
awesome. Yes.
Thanks.
Yep.
Trying to make things easier on you guys.
It's cool. It's cool to like have some officialness.
We got our logo. Put together a logo. Oh man, that was nice.
That logo is amazing.
Thanks,
I think
babe.
that was Carolyn on Canva.
Carolyn on Canva, her
Oh
new YouTube
my
channel.
gosh.
Dang.
I was telling Oscar
that's a brand.
yesterday, I said, Canva saves my butt because I'm a visionary through and through and I'm creative. But like if I have to like create something from the ground up, it's gonna take me a while. Like, because I just like things a certain way, and Canva just kind of cuts out that noise in my brain and lets me just plug and play of what I like to do. But yeah, it's a good start. Love it.
Another thing that's good is we've got those 2 properties in Dallas that we underwrote with Carrie. Those look pretty good. Those look really good, actually.
Yeah, shout out to Zach and Carrie. I see Zach in the audience. Yeah, it was really good session we had with them yesterday, and they're looking very promising. So, guys, stay tuned. We may have something.
So what's are we? Did we send an LOI? I'm not updated.
I'm reviewing it this weekend. I'm reviewing the numbers this weekend because, believe it or not, we have a freaking bomb broker team that did underwriting for us. For all you visionaries out there that don't like underwriting or don't want to learn it, or just run away as soon as numbers come up, you know what I'm saying? Go find yourself a broker team that, like Zach and Carrie, that underwrite the deals for you and with you on a Zoom. Like, yes, we know how to underwrite, but the fact that he's going to do a lot of the legwork, and then myself and Ione, we just review the work that's already done. Holy crap, that's amazing, right? Well, find yourself a team like that. But I mean, from what I saw on the initial, just overview of it, it looked good. It looked good. It's
Amazing.
It's a 3-property portfolio. We really like 2 of them. The third one's kind of but those 2 that we really do like, those are good looking deals. Good looking deals.
That's exciting. It'd be exciting to have something like close by.
I know.
Go drive
We don't
by.
have to drive 12 hours or fly.
Let's see what else. We created a YouTube finally for the $1 Million Upside team. And StreamYard needs to get its butt in line because we'll be streaming from there next week, right?
Yes. So coming, I guess, starting next week on Monday, huh? So starting Monday for that Q&A, we'll also be, instead of using our individual YouTubes, we're going to funnel it into one YouTube. That's our team YouTube. We've talked about potentially adding podcast on there too, since it's what we're doing already. So we just want to get on more platforms so that way there's more opportunity and ease of access for you guys to listen to on whatever app y'all prefer.
Yeah.
There was one other thing.
I feel like there's so much good that's happening this.
It really is. It really is. Man, there was one other thing I wanted to talk about. I don't remember what it is now.
What's our Zoom on this week?
I know what it is. On the 30th, we're going to be having
a birthday bash.
For none other than Oscar. Dun-dun-dun-dun.
I know. Okay, I guess we need to make a flyer for that and start promoting that too.
Yes.
It's turning 21.
I know, 21. Finally, guys. I've been waiting my whole life.
How many years have you been waiting to turn 21?
About 30 plus.
Nice.
Yeah, and that'll be the first time that all 6 of us are together at the same time.
Isn't that crazy?
It's pretty wild.
Super wild.
But it doesn't feel it like when we all met in Houston and when you guys met in Houston recently. It was just like, oh, hey, I see you every day. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when Myron came down, he came over to our house here in Conroe when we were going to go look at those 2 properties. And he was like, is this the first time I met you guys? And I was like, I'm thinking like, no, bro, what are you talking about? We've met so many times. But it was actually the first time that we met in person, which is crazy because it just did not feel that way at all. Not at all. So it's pretty cool that you can have those, relationships virtually, completely virtually. So
Thank you,
there's,
Zoom.
yeah, thank you, Zoom.
Thank you, Zoom gods.
Yeah, it was like I got there and I'm just like, man, I just feel like, I don't know. I've known you guys for 2 years.
For real, it really did.
I know.
All right.
Funny.
What else is going on?
Do we have
What do
any
we got?
bad
Do we have any bad?
or ugly?
I feel like there's some ugliness somewhere.
I guess one bad, which isn't, super crazy, but we had one deal that we really liked. There was lots of opportunity there, but no matter how many levers we pulled, it just did not make sense for our investors to move forward on. The cash on cash was less than 3, and it was 0.8 and like 1.2, which was like where it kept hovering. And then if we worked out one way, like this is all hypothetical, right? If we were to defer payments for 12 months, the cash on cash was still only 3%. And that's not good for a class C. So it was very frustrating because the property, like so much opportunity at that property. It would have been an assumable loan hybrid with the seller finance. And that's awesome. That's amazing. And the seller was open to it. But no matter what we did, we could not get the numbers to work.
I know. That's like I wouldn't say it was a little frustrating because they were open, like you said, Joseph, open to seller financing the equity. And when we hear that our seller is open to doing seller finance, Myron's the first one to shoot up out of his chair. He's like, let's go. But no matter what we did on this deal, as creative as we pulled every lever, just like Joseph said, we just couldn't make it work for our investors. And that's the hard part, is knowing when to walk away from a deal, right? Because it took a lot of time and resources for us to keep underwriting this deal. We didn't want to give up on it because they were open to it. But at the end of the day, what's our goal, right? We gotta get to our goal. And if that doesn't work, then we gotta walk away. But it's good learning lesson.
So I jumped on with the broker, and I didn't even think of it. He's like, well, your LOI, can you even do the LOI that you sent? I was like, no. Like, dang it. But we didn't have all the information, I would say, right? We didn't know the backside of the building was dirt. They parked on dirt, stuff like that. So, but I appreciate everybody, putting all the hours in, hours in to underwrite it and try to figure it out. Look, we pulled every single lever, just like you said, just couldn't get it to work. And Sean's asking a question in Facebook: did it come down to price? It came down to cash flow and just what it would have to take. The price does, it's assumable loan, but they also wanted some of that equity so they could walk away with some money. It just didn't work. The cash flow is not there. The rents aren't there to make it work.
Yeah, it got down to the point where Myron was like, maybe we just assume the loan and give them something and walk away. But it still kind of was tough, even at that point.
Yeah. And to be specific about what it was, yes, cash flow was like affecting it, but the number that we were looking at, like this does not work, is our cash on cash, because we're saying like it wouldn't work. We would have been positive, like the cash flow was there, right, for us to get paid, but the numbers, the cash on cash, the return for our investors was not good. It's not a deal that I would invest into, and that's the reason we had to let it go, right? Just because no matter what we did, we could not get that number up. unless he was willing to basically give it away. And that wasn't going to happen, obviously.
I think it's really important when you're in this business, whether it's multifamily or single family, that this is some self-awareness that you're going to grow into, of like knowing when a deal is not a deal and knowing that you need to walk away from it versus trying to take it apart and put it back together over and over like that. Let me try and make it work. Sometimes things just don't work and you need to focus your energy on something much more productive, or what do I want to say? Money producing deals or things that you're doing, activities. Like, I think that was something Myron and I struggled with in the very, very beginning, especially when we joined Sub 2. It was just like, we have this deal, which was not a deal. And it's like, how can we make this a deal?
Exactly.
How can we make this a deal? And it's like, how about not? Like, just put that in the trash and like, let's go actually work on deals that have way more potential instead of focusing our energy. It's like, a lot of people in here have that sparkly object syndrome. We've all been guilty of it. But you need to really like step out of yourself and look at, like, have the perspective of, okay, where do I make money on this? I've tried 5 different ways and it's not working, or let's move on to the next thing in the pipeline and like keep going.
Oh, look at this comment. This is exactly what Myron said the other day.
Yeah. Hey, Joe, what's going on, man? We know each other.
Yep.
Yeah, I said that exact phrase. I think I did it backwards, though.
Trying to put a circle into a square hole.
That actually might work.
Yeah, that sounds way more like, I think we can make this work. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah,
I was just gonna say, think about what if God is putting that barrier for a reason? Like, there's something that you can't see that He can, that's saving you money or saving you from some type of problem.
Yep.
That maybe He's saying, no, there's a way better opportunity coming this way. Like, stop trying to focus on this one.
Like
so I
East
think
Texas.
I was just
yes.
about to.
Yeah, so it's like I look at it as, yeah, it's a bummer, but it's like, okay, on to the next. Like, I need X amount of no's to get to my next yes. So like, give me more no's, so the sooner I get my more no's, I can get my yes, and we can hit a slam dunk. So I try to think of it that way too.
Sure. We've become way more thick-skinned in this as we've moved along over these past few months, and knowing like, oh, it's not going to bum us out completely if it's not a deal. Sorry, I need water.
Yeah, so the conversation with that broker,
Yeah.
I tried to end it like, what else do you have?
Mm-hmm.
And the person who brought us the deal was another student, and he actually sent us another 2 deals, right? So I don't remember if I forwarded those over or not, but I'll do that today. But what's next, right? And it was assumable. It was seller finance. It was interest-only payments. It was deferred payments for a whole year, and we still could not make that work. I'm like, what else could we even do? Like, rehab the whole property, then sell it to us for the same price? I mean, what else could we do? And I'm like, we pulled every single lever we know. So just, it doesn't fit. But yeah, Joseph, thank you. And Amy, thank you for doing all that work.
100%, man. We're all striving for freedom, right?
Yeah.
I have something to share if no one has anything yet.
Go ahead.
Something that I've been coming across that's kind of been frustrating is I noticed, so like, we have brokers that are buyers brokers, so they go and find us deals that have a listing agent with them, and a lot of issues that we're running into is the listing agent becomes a gatekeeper, in the sense of, I think put in your offer. Put in your offer. Like sometimes not even giving us the opportunity to talk with the seller, and especially when they're open to seller finance, they're like, oh yeah, they're open to it. They're like, put in your offer. And I'm like, no, that's not how it's that's not how we're gonna play it here, because something that I feel they're not understanding is when you're doing a seller finance, it can go so much one way, if not another way. And I'm trying to get these people to understand I need to know what the seller wants. Because if they want $1 million down, that changes the entire numbers versus like $100,000 down. And I'm trying to get the point across to them that, like, if I make my underwriters go and write up a whole offer and run the numbers to make sure they work at these terms, and then we send in the offer and the seller's either offended or doesn't want anything to do with it because we didn't know what they wanted, well, that's time and money wasted. And, like, I don't want to waste my team's time, and I don't want to waste anybody else's time. And that's something that I'm running into a lot. And I'm getting stuck and frustrated because a part of me is like, you know what? Like, I'm not going to cave in. Like, you need the buyer, right? I'm the prize, not you. Like, if you want an offer, these are my terms. And so I've had to become a little more cutthroat, and I feel bad because I can tell my brokers, they're the middleman. They're getting a little frustrated with me because they just want me to put in an offer and cave in. And I'm like, no. I was like, I could either put my foot in my mouth or waste time, and or make them not like our terms and be like, oh, I don't want to work with them, and not listen to anything else we have to say. And so trying to figure out how to get past the gatekeeper is like a struggle that I've been dealing with. And I've been telling my brokers, it's like, let me get on the phone with the listing broker. Like, let me talk to them then, because like Oscar was on it with me the other day. We got on with the listing broker of the deal that we've been working on for a long time. They originally had a buyer, and they try to put pressure on us to put in an offer before. So I kind of get this tactic, like the kind of people that they are. And so I'm just like not caving in. I was like, no, you want an offer from us, you will get on the phone, and they'll try and throw it on the seller. Oh, he's thick skin, he's this, he doesn't want to entertain anything. Like, you need to show me like some credentials or something. And I know it's all fluff from the broker. Like, I want to know what the seller actually thinks and says, because he was like, well, I wouldn't be offended by this interest rate and this down payment. I'm like, yeah, but that's you. Like, what does the seller want? Like, I'm not going to go based off of you, considering you're going to get paid from the seller. So that's, I guess, a bad or something frustrating that I've been dealing with a lot this week. Like, several deals that we're working on. Oh yeah, they're open to seller finance. Put in your offer. They don't want to be the first to put in an offer. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Don't put in an offer. I'm not going to put in an offer, but get on the phone with me so I can figure out what you want and at least come up with something close to what you're looking for. And at this point, I'm kind of like, you know what? You don't want to get on the phone with me? Here's my cash offer. It's going to be real low. If you want a better offer, then get on the phone with me. Because it's like, if you are serious about selling, then you can take 5 minutes out of your day to answer some questions. So I'm having to become more cutthroat and like put my foot down and not let brokers pressure you into doing things or bully you. So
The seller really doesn't need to sell, though.
I'd be like, okay. Maybe we're not a fit then.
I don't really need to buy.
Yeah. I'd be like, because I told one broker, I was like, I've got 12 deals on my board. I was like, I'm not going to go have my underwriters go write up an offer based out of like nothing. I was like, because if I do write an offer, it's going to be heavily favored on my side, and he's not going to like it. So I was like, either we get on the phone or like I've got other deals to work on.
Yep.
Just got to lay it down.
I can confirm. We talked about Warrior Wednesdays, right? And I talked about how like we have like our equipment as a warrior would, like a full suit of body armor plus a weapon. and a sword to cut through everything, like our time. It saves us from people coming in here and saving our time or wasting our time. I mean, and just cutting through all the BS. And that's exactly what KJ did on that phone call. She was savage to the broker. She was like, "Well, if we don't get the seller on the call, I don't want to waste my underwriter's time. So I don't think we'll submit an offer." And then he started trying to salvage it at the end. He was like, "Well, I'll see what I can do. If you guys can just do this, and maybe we can do something." I was like, "No, that's it. We're done. You want us? Get a call. If not, see you later." Yeah.
Sorry,
KJ,
buddy.
can't wait for Transformational Tuesday though.
Yeah, I think it's a mindset shift too, because like for those of you who are talking to brokers and getting this pressure from them, you may be feeling obligated to take time to go and do that, but don't let these brokers or these listing agents like boss you around and like tell you what to do. Just remember that we're in a buyer's market now. So you are the prize, not them. So if anything, they need you more than you need them. And it's pretty funny because we called their bluff on this a while back, and then they came crawling back to us. They're like, if you want this, here's our offer. They came up on everything. Like they made it a worse offer, and they said put it in by Friday. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna call their bluff. We didn't. We just left it alone. Didn't talk to them. Then like 2 weeks later, hey, the buyer fell through. Like they're backing out. We don't have a buyer. Are you guys still on the table? And I was like, I had a feeling this was gonna happen. And so it's just like,
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
yeah, it's like just don't, because you have a deal,
Hold on, can you
don't
do that
get
again?
too excited.
She's
What?
talking.
Sorry. This is a
No,
joke.
you're good. I was just gonna say that don't let the excitement of I have a deal let you make decisions that aren't wise, or be impulsive or put pressure on yourself to do these things. Like just remember the waiting game is the best thing that you can do. It's like in relationships, like when you first like somebody, right? Like if you're just like, okay, let's go on a date. I like you. Let's get together. Let's get married. It's like, what? Hold on, you're coming in too hot, right? And then they're gonna back off. So if you're like, I don't know if I need you, be like, you're cute and all, but I've got like 12 other girls that want me, you know.
That's what I did to KJ.
You know, this is like referring to properties, you know. But it's just like they're gonna be like, wait a minute, like why don't you like me? Like hold on, like let me see if we can make something work so we can go on a date. So just remember that like you're the prize, and don't let these brokers try and, I don't know, I could tell they try to like, I don't know. I get the feeling that they're trying to put pressure and intimidate me, and I'm like, just because I look young and I'm a girl doesn't mean you can tell me what to do. So
It's quite the opposite.
The women on this team are savages, in case you guys haven't figured that out yet. The guys are all the nice ones. I'm probably the meanest of the guys, and I'm a pretty nice dude. But the girls, don't get on their bad side, man. They'll rip you a new one.
At the
Cutthroat.
same time.
Cutthroat.
No F's taken or given.
Yep. That's funny. But yeah, that was kind of like my frustrations of the week, that I've been trying to figure out how to get over these hurdles and trying to learn how can I still, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do the pull away game. I'm not going to stress about it because these are deals that we really want that are open to seller finance. But I'm like, no, like I'm not going to make irrational decisions and let these brokers put pressure on me. And I'm just trusting God in the process. And I'm like, I'm back away and see what happens. So stay tuned. I'll let you know how that goes.
There's so much power in the word no. So much power. And it will work in your favor if you mean it the right way. If you're doing it the right way.
Yeah.
So yeah, back to what KJ said. How many no's am I going to get that one big fat yes? All these no's of all these like little smaller properties that one big yes is gonna be like all those no's wrapped in one big property, you know? It's
I
gonna
want
be
a 700 unit.
Ooh. We're
I
gonna
want a
like meet our
700
goal.
unit. One and done. That's
Oh
what
my
I want.
goodness. That would be-
After we went to that property and I saw how many units it was, I was like, I want this. I want one this big. It's like, if it's gonna be the same amount of work, why am I doing all these little ones? I was like, why not go big, big? Like, let's go big. So
Mhm.
I'll
That's
put it
awesome.
into existence.
All right.
Speak it out there.
Do we have a meeting at 11, y'all?
We do.
Okay. So we only have a couple more minutes here. And then we're gonna
Don't forget to sign up for our Zoom. Where's the link? Hold on.
There it is.
Yes, go to jbmlegacy.com to get access to our private Zoom, which is at 12 p.m. noon today. That is in an hour and 5 minutes for those who not sure what time zone.
Central. Love it. All right. Anything else we want to quickly go over before we hop into our next meeting and next meeting? Fridays is like meeting days for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Social media and meeting days.
I'm all good. I think we gave some good value today, and KJ preached about how to deal with brokers.
Don't mess with Texas.
Well, happy Freedom Friday. Thank you, Joseph, for bringing the freedom. It means a lot.
Yeah.
Freedom's a choice.
Love it. We'll probably maybe in the future maybe stream a meeting or two from our actual meetings and see how that goes. We're
I think
just
that'd be
warming up
fun.
into this new theme, so I think it would be fun to do that.
Yeah, I'm down. That'd be fun. Let you guys see what we talk about in our meetings.
Absolutely.
That's
Appreciate you.
that's some OnlyFans subscription stuff. Come
That's
on,
funny.
only MF fans. Love it.
That's funny.
All right, y'all.
Well, thank you everybody for joining in. We hope to see you in our Zoom in an hour.
Yay! We'll see y'all soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.